What's poppin' everybody? This is Saber94 on the TCG Players channel. I played a lot of matches with OP11 Blue Yellow Nami and I think I had a pretty solid run. So I'm going to show you guys my deck profile as well for those that want to net deck the deck or are curious about it. You got my list. I'm pretty sure I'm running a lot of cards that the conventional, I guess, lists that win in top events don't run, but it worked out for me. I got my decks that I like to run, so I run them. But Blue Yellow Nami from OP11, it's a couple of sets right now when you think about it. It's not the freshest leader, but she's proven to be extremely good. The combination of blue and yellow means you got a lot of the good blue cards that let you draw cards and give you removal. I mean, we've lost Red Rock, but we got Crushing Tiger and we got a bunch of good stuff too for blue, regardless. And with yellow, you get to utilize a bunch of good trigger cards, plus a lot of the new support for cards like this Nico Robin and Bartholomew Kuma, very strong generic yellow card. So yeah, pretty good. She's basically gonna let you draw a card every time you hit your opponent's life, whether it's through an effect or if any of your characters or her pokes, and you actually can draw a card even if a life card leaves from your lives. So if you use a type of effect that's gonna let you get a life, you can still trigger the effect. So a bunch of ways and a bunch of different combos you can do with this sort of leader effect. And her other effect, you need a Dawn on her. You can basically turn her into a 2000 power during your opponent's turn, discard a card. It's gonna work as a 2k no matter what you discard, and then she remains at 7000. So pretty broken leader when she first came out, and she's proven to be strong still. Okay, I got a triple of this Nami here. This is just a 2k counter. That's it. You can run any other 2k counter you like. I just got this Nami. I got double Weevil. In the past, I favored more of ulti in this deck because you sort of you need a multi-color leader, dual color leader to gain her effect. But to be honest, I'd rather just have more power, and even if I don't search something specific, she's a counter in hand, but this guy you can just discard with her effect. So, you know, I do 2 and 2. Weevil lets me draw 2. This bitch lets me get a little search. It's kind of crazy. When this card first came out, I thought it was going to be broken, eventually get banned, because she could search anything. But I guess now so many different cards float in one piece, so she's not so great. But anyway, we do 2 and 2. Then I got Gion as well. This Navy chick, once again, is because she's a blue 2000 counter. That's it. I like to run a lot of 2Ks in all of my decks, basically. So that's my philosophy, at least. So she's another one. Technically, you can summon her too, and her stats are going to be decent. 4 for 5000. And then if your opponent plays a bunch of events, she can mess with him with her effect. But it never really comes up. But I got her, might as well. Then we got Marco. One of the benefits of blue is running this guy now. Pot of Greed, you know, staple, extremely good card. 4 for 6k, blocker, and you draw 2. Doesn't have a counter in hand, but a lot of times if you really have to discard him, you can do so with Nami's effect if you got a Dawn on her. So he's a borderline perfect card. So max it out. In real life, I only got 1 copy of this card, but in the sim, you definitely run 4. Then we got this Nami, wearing the same outfit, yeah, as a leader, OP11. But she's basically like, kind of like ulti in a way. Your leader needs to be dual color. And then if you do, you can draw 3 cards and then you place 2 of them at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So at the end of the day, she's only going to give you 1 card, but you get to search, you get to add a lot of stuff, and then you know you got options of what you want to get rid of, what you want to keep, and you know you stack your deck. Not that it really matters, but if you want to put the cards on top or the bottom, you got the option. But she's just a solid, you know, for 5, 6k, 1000 in hand. She's a blocker too. To be honest, cards like these, I don't want to say she's solid. She's pretty good. I guess nowadays cards like Yamato and this guy, they make her look bad, but she's pretty good still. So runner. Then we got the Whitebeard. So this card, I think in the beginning, a lot of blue-yellow Nami decks didn't even run her when this guy first came out. I don't know why. This card is like the best blue boss monster. Awesome artwork. Excellent stats. Blocker, well, he's 12k. +1, you draw 1, you draw 2 and discard 1, so you draw 1. 4 Dons, 2 on the leader, 2 on another character. Just way too many great benefits. So you can't go wrong with this card. Max it out 100%. Okay. Then we got the triple Shirahoshi. So you might be wondering what the hell is with this card. Basically, if you notice, my deck here, I run a lot of good generic yellow and blue cards. It's not a particular theme going on. So I don't run like a bunch of Straw Hats, so I could run, you know, Beji or some other searcher. It's just a lot of generic good cards. So, you know, for my early game card, if we see her, it's going to be the Shirahoshi. She's a nice 2 blocker. For the 0 attack instead of the 2000, what you get is if they kill her by an effect, you get a life. So she's always going to basically give you that 1-for-1 protection. And I really like her. Very good card, floating away. So we'll do 3 of her. And then I do 4 of Salome. This is a Brûlée, basically. Yellow trigger blocker. And that's about it. I mean, 1000 in hand, can't go wrong with it. Then I got Frankie. So the rotation, it did take a lot of cards that I had before in Nami. So, you know, we had to find replacements. So this guy, he's not as good as the 2K Beji. And what else rotated that I had here? Some stuff. But I mean, I had to take out some cards and we had to update the deck, of course. So this guy's a 2K and he's still a trigger. So if you... At 1 life, you can draw a card and then summon him too, so that could be handy. We got the Baby 5, a very good 2K, and a trigger, draw 2 cards, gotta have it in my opinion, way too good. And then got Bartholomew Kuma. So before the rotation, I only had 2 copies in this deck, but we lost a bunch of cards, and in the end, I had to squeeze this guy in. I mean, he's a great card, but I guess before I didn't really have the space. There were cards that I didn't want to sacrifice, because if you don't want to play him, if you think it's not going to work out if you play him, you can always just use him as a 1000 counter in hand. So there really isn't any reason not to max him out if you got the space, really. So I max him out. Very good card. And if we draw a lot of cards with Nami, a lot of the times, you know, his effect is pretty much, it becomes free. You know, before it was Lin, you know, Big Mom, you could get like a free life if your opponent gave you a life instead of discarding their own. This guy, you gotta discard a card, but he's also a floater. It's gonna give you a life on KO. He's a 1000 in hand, guaranteed effect too. So it's just pretty good card, of course. For the replacement of Big Mom, we have Nico Robin. This card is just extremely good. I kind of don't like the fact that I gotta discard, trash a card from my life just to get 2 life. It's pretty much the same thing. At the end of the day, you're gonna get just 1 new life, but it's great. And it means that if you're at 0 life and you play this, you can't gain the effect. So she kind of sucks like that. Plus, you know, you trash your own life. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get rid of my cards in this type of deck. But, I mean, essentially, she's still technically better than Lin, which rotated anyway. You got pretty much the same first effect if you're going to gain a life. And then she's also a floater. On KO, you deal 1 damage to your opponent. So, basically, they lose a life. Broken. So, they're never going to want to kill her. Sometimes I see people, they do kill her, but just extremely good. Way too good, man. If you do this, just gain too much value. So you gotta run her, gotta max her out. Great stats too. Obviously, if you are gonna do like a Straw Hat engine, then she's also a Straw Hat, so more synergy. But anyway. And then I got an 8 sort of boss character too. We do the Captain Kid. So he combos with Nami. Basically, when you summon him, your opponent's gonna lose a life. You can rest him, your opponent trashes a life, and then you draw with Nami, triggers her effect. And then the end of the turn where you discard and draw something, it's a forced effect. I guess sometimes it helps, sometimes it's annoying, but he has it, so gotta work with it. It's just one copy at the end of the day. Doesn't make that much difference. And then I have the triple Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. So we don't got Red Rock, and yeah, that can kind of suck, but Gravity Blade Raging Tiger is still amazing. Get that sort of +1 removal. And then as always, if you feel like, if you see you're not gonna be able to make use of it, you can always discard it with Nami's effect. It's just way too good, just like with Ace. Get rid of stuff you don't need and then they turn into counters. And this is the Nami deck, guys. It looks like this after the rotation. I played a bunch of matches with it where I had it differently before the rotation. I've been using it for quite a while, this deck. But I mean, yeah, I think a lot of the stuff is standard. Some stuff is just my text that I like Shirahoshi, you know, Salome. I know Ulti and Weevil, a lot of people don't like. Whitebeard, I think most Nami decks run this card now, no matter what. Other decks don't. Kid, I don't know if many people run this dude. A card that I don't run, that I think everybody runs, is the EB3 Nami that lets you make your opponent get a life and put it into the hand. She's kind of like Robin in a way, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really got the space. She's a 5er, so I would maybe have to take a 5er out, and I think I kind of like this Nami better still. It's the kind of effect that if your opponent isn't at the right life, you can't even resolve it. So I don't know. The card goes in hand, so it's not that great in my opinion. She's just okay. So yeah, I'd rather have different cards that give me different utility. Okay guys, this is my blue-yellow OP11 Nami deck. I've really enjoyed using it. It's one of my favorite blue decks, I think. And we're going to move on to a different deck now. Hopefully it works out as well as Nami, but I doubt it. It's a much older leader, I'll say that much. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What-ay?